Okay, let's dive into this. Welcome to today's Explainer, where our mission is to completely demystify those insanely overcomplicated calisthenics routines. You know those incredible sculpted physiques you see in anime? Think of characters like Toji Fushiguro or Baki. Well, today, we're breaking down the exact blueprint to get you there, using just 3 incredibly efficient moves. Let me ask you a question you've probably wrestled with at some point. Do you really need 100 different types of push-ups and pull-ups to build that jacked look? Honestly, it's so frustrating trying to balance these endless, overcomplicated workout programs. They literally drain your mental energy before you've even broken a sweat, right? Leaving you wondering if you're actually doing the right movements to see any real progress. Well, here's the absolute truth of the matter. A minimalist approach using just 3 specific calisthenics exercises, when you do them correctly, unlocks a staggering 95% of an elite aesthetic physique. We're talking no weights, no giant gym setups, just highly targeted, highly effective body weight movements. So here's our roadmap for today. 1. Unlocking the anime physique. 2. The ultimate pulling exercise. 3. The ultimate pushing exercise. 4. Building massive anime legs. And 5. Putting it all together. All right, Section 1, Unlocking the Anime Physique. It's time to build those standout features. Moving right along to Section 2, the ultimate pulling exercise. We're targeting the back and biceps. Now, what's really interesting about this is how we contrast the 2 standard types of pull-ups you usually see. On one side, you've got the arch back pull-up. You drive your chest to the bar, which is fantastic for developing the upper back, but it's really only strongest at the bottom of the rep. Then, on the flip side is the hollow body pull-up, with your legs out front and your spine super rigid. It's amazing for building that V-taper and engaging the core, but it's only strongest at the very top of the movement. So both are great, right? But they both kind of leave some potential on the table. So what if we just combined them? That brings us to the undisputed king of pulling movements, the hybrid ring pull-up. It's this incredibly organic pulling movement. You start the rep arched to get that powerful initial pull, and then you seamlessly transition into a rigid hollow body to lock in your upper back and core at the top. It brilliantly fixes the weaknesses of those previous 2 styles by maximizing your strength throughout the entire range of motion. Slap this movement onto a set of gymnastic rings, and here is how the biomechanics break down step by step. First, you start in a dead hang with your hands pronated, meaning your palms are facing away from you. As you arch and initiate the pull, the free rotating nature of the rings allows your hands to naturally twist. By halfway up, your hands rotate to a neutral grip. Then, as you clear that halfway point, use supinate, turning your palms towards you and lock right into that hollow body position at the very top. Your lats, upper back, biceps, and abs are all firing in one beautifully smooth motion. Then, you simply reverse the rotation on the way down. Now, if that sounds a bit intimidating, don't sweat it. Anyone can start this immediately, regardless of your current strength level. The hybrid ring pull-up is the advanced goal. But if you aren't quite there yet, just drop to the intermediate jackknife hybrid. It uses the exact same rotation, but your feet stay on the ground to reduce the load. And if you're a complete beginner, the inverted row is your starting line. Just remember a quick pro tip here. Pull your hands toward your waist rather than your chest to really maximize lat activation over the upper back. You build your foundation there and work your way up. Section 3, the ultimate pushing exercise. Time to target the chest and shoulders. To get a massive chest and bolder shoulders, comparable to characters like Garu, you need this absolute mouthful of an exercise, the decline deficit shoulder tap push-up. It utilizes elevated feet, elevated hands for a brutally deep stretch, and a single arm balance component. I'm telling you, it delivers massive upper body gains and just incredible explosive strength output. So the crucial point is understanding exactly why the geometry of this move is absurdly effective, literally with 0 extra equipment needed. First off, the decline angle positions your body so you're pushing upward, which directly targets and fills out the upper chest. Second, the deficit, having your hands raised on parallettes where, hey, even just some sturdy books gives you extra range of motion. That provides a massive stretch and serious tension at the very bottom. Finally, the shoulder tap momentarily forces one arm to support your entire body weight, which absolutely torches your shoulders. Let's walk through the exact execution. Step 1. Elevate those feet to a 20 to 45 degree angle. Keep a nice, rigid plank, core tight, glutes engaged, and quads flexed. Step 2. Pull your shoulder blades back and lower yourself as deep as you possibly can between your elevated hands to get that full stretch. Step 3. Explode back up with maximum force. Step 4. At the top, lift one hand and tap the opposite shoulder. That supporting arm grounded on the floor should feel so incredibly stable that it could hold you there for an entire 3 seconds if it had to. Then, lower the hand, go back down, rinse, and repeat on the other side. And again, we have a tier list of regressions so you never get discouraged. Look, if your shoulders are having a bad day, or you just aren't quite ready for the advanced move, drop to intermediate 1 and simply remove the shoulder tap entirely. Still too tough? Go to intermediate 2 and remove the hand deficit for a regular decline push-up. And for absolute beginners, just move down to flat ground but keep the deficit so you can practice that deep, stretching sensation at the bottom. Now, for the final exercise, you're going to need an ab wheel, a dumbbell, and maybe a table. Psych, did you really think we were going to skip legs? Come on now, nobody likes a flat back end, and you best believe you are not getting out of this explainer with chopstick legs. Section 4. Building massive anime legs. It's time for those thick, juicy quads. And this brilliantly illustrates the psychology of why most people train bodyweight legs completely wrong. Look at an unassisted pistol squat. Half your brain is preoccupied with the idea of not falling over. You're basically wasting precious mental and physical energy on balance instead of actual loading. But switch to the assisted pistol squat, holding onto rings, and suddenly you unlock 100% focus on deep muscle contraction and raw muscle loading. You're far more in control, which means more output, more reps, and significantly more gains for your quads and glutes. The execution here is incredibly simple. Step 1. Stand a comfortable distance from your gymnastic rings and grab them tightly. Step 2. Shift your weight to one single leg and extend the other leg out in front of you. Step 3. Lower yourself down on that single leg as deep as you can physically go. Step 4. Drive back up, pushing firmly through your heel. Actually, a massive warning here though. The rings are just there for stability, to keep you honest. If you start pulling on them to lift your body weight up, your quads are not going to feel the required stimulus. Here's how we scale the lower body. Elite leg stimulus is absolutely achievable for you today, no matter where you're starting from. The advanced move is the assisted pistol squat for max depth. If you need to build up to that, start with the intermediate pistol box squat. You just lower yourself onto a chair or box, which reduces the depth and the force required to stand back up, but it still builds immense quad strength. And if pistol squats just aren't happening right now, hit the beginner level with Bulgarian split squats. Your back leg provides full support, but the stimulus on the front quads and glutes remains absolutely elite. Let's move to section 5, putting it all together. Let's see how this builds into one cohesive strategy. Here's the cold, hard truth, guys. Knowing the right moves means absolutely nothing without consistency and proper programming. It is entirely possible to have the ultimate calisthenics exercises perfectly mapped out, but without actual dedication and a rock-solid plan, you could easily go a whole 12 months without seeing real physical changes in the mirror. So that brings us to the final hurdle. With the 3 master exercises in your toolkit, the hybrid ring pull-up, the deficit shoulder tap push-up, and the assisted pistol squat, the only question left is this: will you stick to the plan and unlock your ultimate physique in the next 90 days? The roadmap is laid out, free of fluff, and directly targets exactly what you need. The execution is now entirely in your hands. I hope you found this explainer as fascinating as I did. Now go get those gains.